never thought that I would see this day come, but it's officially over. The slander, the vitriol, all the backbiting, all the evil nastiness and the hatred, everything that has risen as a result of this Kara vulva breath 100%. It's over, it's done. We have declared a truce. I can now go and skip about my merry way because Ms. KuntHunter finally decided that she's had enough. She's accepted my plea, my little offer of extending an olive branch to end the whole thing. And she did it with style, she did it with class, she did it with character, she did it with humility. She's really genuine when she says that she wants this whole thing to end and just have us go our own merry ways and just declare a truce. Really. After I had pretty much laid out what the problem was, or what one of the main problems was, threw it right in her face, and she still wants to pretend that she doesn't get it. She still wants to get out of this thing looking like the hero, looking like the victim, looking like the honorable one, when absolutely everything she's done up to this point has been nothing but dishonorable and vitriolic. Very slimy and sneaky is the way that she's doing this. She doesn't want an end to this beef. I kept trying to tell you folks all this time. The reason it keeps going is because she wants it to keep going. And I submit as my evidence exhibit shoot. At this point we've already broken the Greek alphabet and the Roman alphabet levels. You know, we're having to start getting into Japanese characters now because we've presented so many exhibits in this courtroom of opinion that we've already shattered the Z wall. So I don't know. You know, choose your favorite Japanese or Chinese kanji and label that as this particular exhibit. We'll call this one Exhibit Uso, which anybody knows a little bit about Japanese knows that Uso means lie. Because here we're going to examine yet another lie from this KuntHunter 100%. Now, I made it no secret. I wanted to essentially do to her what she was doing to me all this time. And I spread the word, and I made sure that all of her little cronies knew. And I made sure that my subscribers knew. And of course, my subscribers being of the more intelligent variety, they saw where I was going with this. They understood what the deal was. But see, people who live in denial, or who keep putting on this pretense that they're living in denial, because they don't live in denial. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly who their friends are. They see and deal with this stuff day in and day out without let up. They continue on because they want to keep supporting the nastiness. Despite what they say, they don't want peace. They want discord. They always have. Because for whatever reason, because of some bitter jealousies on their part, or because they're just feeling inadequate and they need to make somebody else feel inadequate, whatever their excuse. But the simple fact is, they get their validation from trying to destroy and tear down somebody else who might be more noble, more honorable, have a better life or a better self-image about themselves, or whatever the reason. And so they like to keep stuff like this going, and then they play this little daisy chain game of oh, we got your back, we'll support you, and all these other people who just keep coming after you, they're just mean, vicious trolls, and they're just evil, and some people just don't want peace, and they just want to do things just to stir people up, and they just want to go and make trouble for everybody, and we're trying to be good and honorable and peaceful, and we're trying to find real solutions, and all they're doing is they're just trolling, and they're not offering anything. You know, it's the whole same cyclical argument. But there's a saying that just because you keep saying it over and over and over and over again does not make it true. And so I conducted a little bit of an experiment. And to tell you the honest truth, I was not expecting a response. I really wasn't. I figured that she would be so cut to the core and recognize what she was all about reflected in this, that she would have just done the honorable thing and just ducked and dodged it. But no, being the fact that she is a shit stirrer and she likes to keep the shit stirred, she actually threw me a little bit of a curveball. But for that, I thank you again. Because all you did was continue to prove every point that I've been making about you. Is that you're nothing but a vitriolic skank who just gets off on just taking swipes at people and keeping the drama and the beef stirring. And so I confronted you with yourself. In this little comment where you left again. You put up your little thing about the trolls of black YouTube or the frauds of black YouTube or whatever the hell the thing was called. Oh yeah, that got plug and play on your main primary channel while you were still taking swipes and disses at me without naming me. Look, I'm a big boy. You can call my name. I won't get offended. But while you could do that on your primary channel, you didn't do the honorable thing, but you wanted to just keep doing it in a way where this whole cesspool just keeps bubbling and frothing and scumming over. I tried to get you to understand. I tried to get you to realize what an insult and an affront something like this is, and how anything that you would do from a mock diss insult channel cannot be taken seriously and not be viewed as a sincere anything unless it's sincerely intended to diss and to continue to take swipes. And so that's why you got left with this little message. See, in fact, let me just read it verbatim. Regarding your comment, okay, it's a truce, I'm done. Quote, really? Okay. So explain to me then why you're still responding to me from this attack/insult channel, and why are you still allowing it to remain operational and open to interactive participation? If you were truly sincere, you would have seen exactly what I was doing here, namely the exact same thing you've been doing to me all of this time, which I've been endlessly and tirelessly complaining about and asking for a correction. And the more honorable part of you would have recognized and acknowledged this, and you would have come to me correct and with genuineness. So thanks yet again for proving to the entire GoogleTube world exactly what sort of conniving, slimy snake you truly are and have always been. As I've continually explained to you, it ends when you decide to do the honorable thing by apologizing for starting this beef, and if not that, then at the very least removing your insulting content and slanderous rewrites of history, and leaving my name out of your fantasies. In other words, cease and desist." Close quote. So you remember how I explained it to you? That when she offered that little fake phony olive branch, I called it for what it was because it was not sincere. She did it from a channel that was designed for no other person than to insult and harass General Backlash. And rather than doing the honorable thing of extending that from her own channel, and of course in connection with that, shutting this total insult diss channel down, she not only made that phony olive branch gesture from a diss insult channel, but then she goes off onto her primary channel and complains how General Backlash is not taking my offer of peace. I tried to extend to him the offer of peace and he's still attacking me. Gee, I wonder why. So, I just thought that this would be a way to get through to her, to make her realize, look, time to stop playing games. But no, she still wants to keep playing games because not only is the channel still up, she's still responding from it, despite the fact that she says, "Okay, it's a truce. I'm done." No, she's not. I told you, this is not going to end with her. She wants to get out of this thing looking like the clean, pure, pristine one, and make me and my friends look like the bitter, bad, evil, mean-spirited bullies who just go around and attacking people for no reason at all. This is no reason at all? Is that what you're trying to convince everybody of? This entire history, in fact the entire history I laid out over a year ago, which you refused to allow to stand because it just kept exposing you too plainly? This is a fraud, people. This is a charlatan. This is somebody who loves stirring up trouble. And then painting on this little face about how I'm so pro-black community, how I'm trying to bring black men and black women together, and I'm trying to look for real solutions. Are these the activities of somebody who's really trying to bring us together and who's really trying to find solutions to help us fix our dejected state? I don't think I have to answer that question for you. You already know the answer. End of line.